today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season in a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
It was really sudden after the first play picked off. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Dean Lowry Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11.
Let's go, defense. Defense. 53 at the mic. 53 at the mic.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
55. Watch the turn.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
Ready? 53. Check 53. Don't get nervous. Check 53.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and
the numbers for Johnson in last week's game. 6 catches, 79 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
At the 48-yard line. Brings up third.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Now a dump off here complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
They run the option on second down. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
For the running back. The tackle made by Devin Bush. That's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This from 54 yards away. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's McFarland. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's McFarland. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
They'll run here with McFarland. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
At the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
Now Mayfield.
And it's third down.
Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
Field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Eagles, nothing.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
4 yards on the pickup.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now second and 11 from the 32. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Second and 4 at the 48-yard line.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Mayfield. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. They call it no gain there on the first down play. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, McFarland able to slither by. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Holding offense. Come on.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
From the gun, this will be McFarland. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He dumps this off underneath to McFarland. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
A 5-yard gain on the
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And again, it's Mayfield. He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision, because they do have the final call now. Partner, there's less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Anthony McFarland, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Setting up the screen for Cook. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This one complete to Scott Miller. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. The Pats try and hold on and claim victory. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taking in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with McFarland. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Steeler ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First down, Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be second down.
It's second down and 10.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Good go.
On third down, Mayfield. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Mayfield on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Mayfield's
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
It's a gain of
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Steelers.
Mayfield with it once more. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
Smith-Schuster. It's now second and 10.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your quarterback? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge it. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and 2, Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Now a run with McFarland.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Anthony McFarland
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Sly for the PAT.
For the point after.
And the lead is now 24. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
At the 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
The trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steelers defense getting ready here. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? This short throw caught by Goddard. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Gain of 2. Brings
From
up
the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, Not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
On first down, McFarland. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Staying on his feet, fighting him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Dean Lowry drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
Eagles, nothing.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
We dominate today.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The throw over the middle taken in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Eagles on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Back to throw now on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. The Eagles on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
The 47-yard line.
Now a pass hauled in downfield and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
Chase Claypool, his second touchdown on the season. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 49-yard line.
And that is incomplete here. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan. And it's
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Baker Mayfield sacked. A fumble on the play.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, first and 10.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They're in control here as they start first and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
34-yard line.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
The ball carrier. Tackle made right at
the carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running with McFarland. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On the give, this is McFarland. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Steelers, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.